Hello everyone and welcome to Netcracker. Today we will be studying trees and it is one of the most important topics of data structure and as we know that number of questions have been asked previously in the exams from this area, so it is important for us to discuss all the main like formulas and all the conditions and algorithms which are related to trees. So today I will be taking briefly the basic terms and terminologies which are used in trees, and from the next lecture I will be discussing all the algorithms and everything which is regarding to trees. So let us begin. What is the definition of a tree? A graph which has no cycle is called as acyclic graph. A tree is an acyclic graph having no cycles, right? A tree is a graph which has no cycles in it, fine? Which means that all the nodes should not be connected to each other, fine? So a tree is a non-linear data structure. Like as we know that a linear data structures were like array and queue, right? Like linked list and all. But when we talk about non-linear, then we have two examples in it. One is tree and the other is graph. So we can also say that tree is a hierarchical structure of data. Yes, we can also say that in hierarchical way, if we want to sort our or store our data, then we use trees. So basic terms which are used as a root. So every tree has a root which is the origin of the tree, from where the tree begins, fine? So then after that we have a left subtree and a right subtree. So suppose we have a tree here, right? So this A is the root or the origin from where the tree begins, right? And the nodes which are present on the left hand side of the root makes the left subtree, and the one which are present on the right hand side of the root makes the right subtree. And what do we mean by parents? A parent is a node having left child or a right child or both. Like here we can say that this B, C, D, E, these are the parents, like because they have a left child or a right child or both, fine? So okay, what do we mean by a child? Child is a node having parents, fine? Like B is child of A and D and E is child of B. Therefore, we can say that the child is the node which has a parent, fine? So in the similar way, we have siblings. So what do we mean by that? Two nodes having same parents. Like D and E has the parent B. Therefore, we can say that D and E both are siblings. In the similar way, F and G are siblings because they have a common parent C. Then we have the terminal nodes or the leaf nodes are those which have no children, like H, I, J, F and G. These are the leaf nodes or the terminal nodes because they do not have any child of their own, fine? So when we are talking about trees, what we need to remember is that root is always at level 0. Level tells us about the depth or the height of a tree, right? So we will start our levels at 0, 1, 2 and 3 and go on as the height of that tree increases. But the point which you need to remember is that root is always at level 0, fine? So level of a node is length or path from the root. Root node is at level 0. This we have already told. Then height or depth of tree. So what do we mean by height or depth of a tree? It is the length of the longest path from root. Okay? And then from a root node to the terminal node. So what can we say about this thing? Height or depth is the length of the longest path. We will choose the longest path like A, B, E, J. This is the longest path, or A, B, D, H. This is the longest path. So these paths are telling us the height of the tree. So we have few formulas which one needs to know. Like if we need to find out maximum number of nodes in a binary tree. So how can we do that? We have a formula for that. 2 raised to power n plus 1 minus 1, where n is greater than equal to 0. In this case, what we can say that n is the number of nodes. And when number of nodes are specified to you and it is told that the tree is a binary tree, in that the maximum number of nodes is going to be 2 raised to power n plus 1 minus 1. Fine. In the similar way, if we need to find out maximum number of nodes in a binary tree at depth d, and in certain questions it may be possible that depth is given to you or height is given to you, in that case we write 2 raised to power d minus 1. This will give you the maximum number of nodes at the depth d. In the similar way, we have another formula which says number of binary trees can be made from n nodes. If you have been given the number of nodes which are present, and from those nodes how many trees or how many binary trees you can make, so to note that we have this formula 2n factorial divided by n plus 1 factorial into n factorial. Fine. So these are the 3 important formulas, and number of times questions have been asked earlier in exams from these. So please note them down and try and solve few questions on them as well. Now we will be studying binary tree. So what do we mean by a binary tree? The out degree of every node is less than or equal to 2. That is, each parent cannot have more than 2 children. Fine. Suppose, like from the name itself, binary always means 2. Fine. So a tree is a binary tree when there is a node and it can have 2 children, not more than that. Fine. So whether it can have a child or it may not have a child as well. So suppose here we have this example A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I. This is a complete binary tree. Fine. This is a complete. Why? Because every node has 2 children, right? But these at the end, H, I, E, F, G, these are the leaf nodes. So they do not have any children. They are the leaf or the terminal nodes. In the similar way, here we can see that A, B, C, D, E, F. Here we can see that C has only one child. Fine, it has only F as a child. But still it is a complete binary tree. Why? Because here we are saying that a node may have 1 or 2 children, no, but not more than that. But here a condition is being satisfied. Fine, C is having 1 child, therefore it is okay, it is a complete binary tree. But here C has a child G, but it is not a complete binary tree. And why is that? This is because whenever we try and make a balanced tree, in that we first fill the left hand side of the node and after that we fill the right hand side. But here we can see that a left child is missing from this C, but we have a right child. So it is not making a complete binary tree. Fine. It is not a balanced one. And here we can see that this is a full binary tree because every node is having its maximum limit of child. Like every node is having 2 children. Therefore, it makes a full binary tree. Fine. So now let us move on and see how can we traverse in binary trees. Traversing means like how can we access every node from a tree. So to do that, we have 3 forms in which we can do that. We have pre-order, in-order and post-order. So what do we mean by these 3 things? Firstly, let us study traversing means visiting all the nodes of the tree. Fine. In pre-order, what we do, we first visit root, then we move on to the left side of the tree, and then we take the right node of the tree. In similar way, in order, we take left node first, then the root node, and then the right node. And in post order, we have left node first, then right node, and at the end we take the root node into consideration. So depending upon this, we have seen that questions are asked in exams. So they can be asked in number of ways. In certain question, a graph can be given to you and you will be asked to determine the pre-order, in-order and post-order of that graph. Or in some question, you will be given the post-order, in-order, and you will be asked to draw a graph from those two. Fine. So you just need to remember this concept that in pre-order, root is traversed first, and in order, root is traversed second, and in post order, root is traversed at last. Fine. So here is one question for your practice. Graph is given. Determine the pre-order, in-order and post-order traversal of the binary tree. So to do that, what do we need to follow in pre-order? Pre-order means first we will check out the root, then we move to the left and then to the right. So let us begin. Root is 1. Therefore, we have written 1 here. Now we are moving to our left side. So we will check out our left subtree first. And in that also, first we will take the root and then left and then right. So we write 2, 3, 4, like 2, 3, 4, and then 5. Okay. So this is our left subtree completed. Now moving from here to right subtree. Even in right subtree, we will follow the same pattern. First, we will take the root, then left, and then right. So moving from 6, 6 is the root, right? So we have written it here. Now we will move to left of this 6. We have 7, and then to right, then we have 8. So we have written 7 and 8. So 8 was the root. From root, we move on to the left side. We have 9, and on right side, we have, from 9, we will move down. As we can see that the right of 9, we have 10. So we take that and we move back. And then from the node 8, we take our right node from there and we get 11. So what you need to do is you need to just follow this path. Like first root, then left, and then right. In similar way, if we talk about in order, what we do? Firstly, we will take the left and then root and then the right node. Fine. So this is the diagram here. So what we need to do first is we will take the left subtree, then we will take the root, and then we will take the right subtree. So to do that also, what we need to do first, we will check out our left. So from here, we can see that 3 is the leftmost node. So from here we take left, root, and then right. Fine. So 3 is our left, 2 is our root, and then over here we move to the right, and 4 and 5 both are in right. But in this also we will take first the left. So we have 5 and then the root, which is 4. Fine. So this is here what we take. Now we move on to our root, which is 1. And after that we will move to our right subtree. In the right subtree we can take the left, root, and then right. So if we take 7, 6, and then we move to 8, but 8 is the root, and before root we need to take all the elements which are in its left side. So we will take 9, and even 9 is the root for 10, which is at 10, which is at right position. So we take 9 and then 10, and after that we move back, we take the root 8 and then again 11. So if you're not being able to understand this, just try and just place this left, root and right at these nodes, and you will get to know how we are doing this. In similar way, we take the post order, and this time we should take the left side, then right, and at the last we take the root. So here we can see that we have our this as the left, this as our right, and this is our root. So root will be appearing at the end. Fine. So firstly, let us talk about left side. In this also, left, right, and then root. So we go 3, and then we move. 3 is in the left side. Then we move to, 3 is in the left side. So we take it first, we write it down here. We move to the right side. But in the right side also, we can see that we have 4 and 5. These are the 2 nodes present. And over here also, we will take the same condition. First left, then right, and then root. So 5 is at the left position. So we take 5. And then we have nothing at the right position. So we leave it as it is. And then we take the root, which is 4. So we take 3, 5, 4. And then over here, left is completed. Now right is also completed. We move to the root, which is 2. So we take 2, right? Now here we can see that left subtree is complete. Now we move to the right subtree. In right subtree again, we will take left, right, and root. So in left, we can see that we have 7 is the left node, 6 is the root node. It will be taken at the end. So we take 7, then we move here to the 8. But even at this position, we can see that there is something in left over here. So we consider it. And we can know that 9 is acting as a root for 10. Therefore, what we take here, left, root, and right. Left, right, and root. So there is nothing in the left position. So we just take 10. And then 10 is at the right. So right, and then no root. So 10, 9. And after that, we have done with our left position. So from here, we move to the right. So we take 11, and then we take 8, and then we take 6, and at the end, we take 1. This is how we traverse in post order. I hope I am making it clear, but even if it isn't like much clear, just try and apply these rules by yourself to these nodes, and you will get your answer. Here we have one question which was asked in December 2015 paper in paper 2. So the question number is 38, and it says the in node traversal for the following tree is, here a tree has been given to you and you have been asked to find out the in order for this tree. So how can you do that? You know that we in order we traverse the left node, then root, and then right node. Fine. So to begin, we will take the left. As we know, this is our main root. So these are our left subtree. This is our right subtree. So the nodes in the left side will be traversed first. And even over here, what formula we are going to apply? This left, root, and right. So we take left, 2 is in the left, then 4 is the root, and then 3 is our right. So we take 2, 4, 3. Then again, we move here. This was our left part of this node, and then this is the right part. So this is done. Now we take the root 13. Then we move here, and over here also we follow the condition left, root, and right. So for 7, left node is missing, so we do not consider it. Then we take the root, which is 7, and then the right, which is 6. Right? So we are done with this left subtree. Now we move to the main root, which is 15. Why? Because left, root, and then right. So we write down the main root, which is 15 here, and after that we consider our right subtree. Even over here we will consider left, root, and right. So left, root, and then right. So 17, 20, and then we move here to 18, but 18 is the root for 18 again. Therefore we can say that we take this as the left root and then right. So 18 as left, this 18 as root, and the right portion is missing, therefore we do not consider it. So we get 2, 4, 3, 13, 7, 6, 15, 17, 20, 18, 18 as our answer. So I hope that you would have understood how we use in order, pre-order and post-order in traversing the nodes in a tree. So now let us meet in the next lecture with few more topics from tree, and I hope you would have get a gist about what is tree all about. Fine. So just make small notes about all these things and keep studying them. Fine. So thank you for watching. So let us meet in the next lecture now. Thank you.